We can't buy stocks, Sarah, but I was thinking Netflix is a real company. These are all real companies. If you liked them when they were double or even higher from where they are now, wouldn't this be a time to build positions in some of these things?
Yeah, I mean, look, Meta's lost half of its market value this year. So if you like Meta, you should buy Meta because this is a great time to buy it. It's now being seen as a value stock, right? Alongside some of these other ones. And that's pretty unprecedented from what we've seen in the last few years of these tech stocks. You know, with Meta in particular, there are crazy leadership shakeups. Longtime COO Sheryl Sandberg left. You know, they're done with their crypto product. They're done as of, last night it was announced of their, peer-to-peer wallet product. It's kind of having this work harder, leave Elon Musk style gauntlet thrown moment with Mark Zuckerberg saying, hey, a lot of you guys who work here probably shouldn't even be here. That means he's looking to trim the fat. He's looking to cut costs. And that could work really, really, really well for the stock price, or it might not.
When you read last week about how many engineers they're going to need, and it was a big number, overall, but it was a lot less than we thought. Did that have to do with just the general malaise in the economy, or do you think the entire corporate strategy that Zuckerberg is now pursuing is questionable?
I think right now Meta is a Rorschach test for how you feel about Mark Zuckerberg. If you believe in the bets that he says he's still making in the metaverse, in the headset that they still want to launch, and you believe that that's somehow going to drive ad sales and revenue dollars, then you should be excited about the fact that he's hiring, still a lot of engineers, but if you are concerned about sort of the journeys he's taking and you don't think this is an Alphabet, a company that, is going to end up spinning off a bunch of really interesting other businesses, or even an Amazon with their web services and other things, then, I think you have to ask yourself, do you think all of these other things are distractions from their core businesses of getting users to click every day and, click on ads and, some of their forays like into things like video, short form, and then now longer form with Reels and the Instagram product, those are working. But the pet projects, I think, for a lot of people on the street, it's a little bit hard to wrap your head around the idea that in a year from now, millions of us are going to be sitting strapped to headsets on our eyes, looking in the metaverse.
We have been talking about chips just as an aside for a while, and the double ordering, triple ordering, and the notion that when we were in the pandemic and we thought that we were going to need all these things for as far off into the future as you could see, that's no longer maybe the case. Should we take technology with a grain of salt right now in general, that we carried too much of the future?
Go on social media right now, and every feed you'll see will be of people who last night were at fireworks with their phones out, recording every moment, right? So the question is, do we need as many chips? Maybe not, because we're not playing video games. We're not doing things that take as much processing power. But do you really feel like you personally, or your kids or your grandparents are going to put down your cell phone and go live your life unfettered by technology anytime soon? The answer is probably not.